Adam Hattaway and The Haunters have just released their new album, Bug Eyes. It's the fifth album for the Christchurch-based band, although Adam has been spending quite a bit of time in Auckland, where he performed with an all-star band for the come-together Damn the Torpedoes show. The Haunters then joined him for a record release show at the Wine Cellar. So, how was the come-together Tom Petty experience for the young rocker?
It was good to have a break from my band, actually.
I'm sure they'll love to hear that.
Yeah, like, you just get sick of them, and then so you get to play with some other people, and that's real nice.
And how did you determine, who determined for you, or what songs you were going to do, and blah blah blah?
I sent forth my favorite Tom Petty songs, and then they just worked it all out alongside all other songs people wanted to sing, and I got to do. I like all the songs. There's just like not a Tom Petty song I don't like. So
right, yeah, it's going to be
worked out real well. But I got to do my favorite ones really. So it was so good.
So if personally, I'll put you on the spot here. If you were going to have to just on your own play a whole album all the way through like that, what album would you choose?
Well, I wonder, because I'm thinking about what ones I know. I probably know 8 out of 10 songs off Van Morrison's Moondance already.
All right.
So that's probably the
best.
That's
a start.
And then maybe like, does a live album count?
Sure.
Live at the Harlem Square Club, Sam Cooke.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's like the best album ever.
You got a copy of it back there somewhere?
Yeah, you would do. Most of those songs are like stone cold classics and and have just lasted all this time, and they're so fun, and that album's so powerful, and maybe that one.
Cool. All righty. Now we got that out of the way. Now, Bug Eye. I love the name because I had a friend of mine in college and university back in the day. Her name, we called her Bug Eye, and her and this other girl who was Rhonda the punk rock queen, they were like inseparable. So it was
That's such good names. Well, Bug Eyes was what we called.
Oh, right. Okay. So, and why is that?
There's a couple of reasons. One, if you listen to most of our albums, you'd just have normal eyes. But if you listen to Bug Eyes, I think you'd be like that. and then Gina, my girlfriend and our manager, my mum said she has bug eyes. And
okay.
So, I mean, that kind of maybe came across as a bit of an insult, but I thought it was pretty funny.
Yep. Well, I felt the same way about my friend Bug Eye as well. I'm sure she felt differently.
It's kind of cute. And then I don't play many computer games, but the Captain Comic was one from 1988, and there's all these characters. And this one, there's this little guy that you got to shoot, and he's called Bug Eyes.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's cool.
So anyway, there's no good reason. All of our album titles are stupid.
That would have been a great album cover, just you holding that thing up to a screen like that.
Next time.
On the second pressing.
Yeah.
Great. So I mean, this is your 5th album already with you and the Haunters and the band. You guys are on fire. Are you just like writing songs left, right, and center? What's going on?
Yeah. I guess it probably ends up being like one good enough song a month to release. So yeah, as I say, I don't have a day job, so I just like
that's
play music.
You get it.
Writing songs, and Elmore writes a bunch of songs for the band as well.
Right. And with 5 albums, are you at the point where you kind of see a career arc and you need to kind of mix? Because I get the feeling that you are doing a little, experimental things. There's, dare I say, reggae on this album. So,
well, it's just turned. If you are a New Zealand musician and you release a certain amount of albums, it gets to the point when there needs to be a certain reggae quota,
right?
And you just have to do it.
So did you have like a discussion with the other guys? It's like, oh, let's see what happens if we do the old chicka,
yeah, it was just like let's play something different and approach the songwriting a little bit differently by building songs off playing around with different grooves.
Right.
So we just spent a lot more time jamming and then writing songs over top of that. So it's kind of, I don't know, I think if you're going to do each time you do an album, I don't see the point of doing it if you don't either have something different to say or a different sound to make. So I think if nothing else, I think we could probably say that.
Right. And you got a guy, Thomas, who's producing with you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Thomas
yeah. So,
Isbister?
that's right. A highly prolific and highly skilled musician. He's working with a lot of people.
Yep.
Did you see Mel Parsons?
I did.
He's the bass player in that band.
Yeah. That was quite a show.
Was it good? I would have liked to see it, but I was playing.
Yep. So why did you choose to work with Thomas? He's just around or what?
We've been mates for a while. Like he's sometimes in my band.
I thought he was,
Yeah.
but I couldn't remember.
It just changes all the time. It's quite incestuous here down in Aotearoa.
Very good. And he co-wrote a song with you, the 8th track. What was it called? The Fish Insists?
Well, that's what happens when you get me and him together. We just write weird stuff like that.
Then that's kind of a reggae thing, but it's more like Clash reggae than like, lame reggae.
Yeah, no, thanks for saying that because we were thinking about the Clash in the late 70s, weird hybrid music like that. Maybe that one's more ska than reggae. I don't know, but it's just weird, man.
And so I know you just did a gig here in Auckland at the Wine Cellar. How's the live shows been going? People were like taking to the new stuff.
Yeah, well, so like you were asking about the Tom Petty shows before, it was real nice because maybe if I hadn't just done that, I would have been a bit nervous about doing our album release show, bit of build up there. But I just felt like I'd been playing so much and doing different things that I just didn't care. And so we went and did this show, and it was just fun, and there were a nice amount of people, and I think John Toogood was there because he was on the Tom Petty show, and he's such a nice guy, and he came along to our show, and he said the one thing he said straight after me, after the show, he said two things. One was, "Why are your audience members like 105 years old?"
That would be me.
It just checks out. And the other thing he said was, "I like the new stuff better." So I like to think that maybe he speaks for everyone, and that everyone took the new stuff better. Yep.
Well, that's cool. So, did you know him before you did the Tom Petty thing?
No, I mean I knew his music.
Yeah, but you.
I had no idea. He's a lovely guy.
So it's got to be pretty cool for you to be lumped in with people like John Toogood and Diane Swan and Joel Mulholland and all those guys. Overall, what has that done for you? The way you think about yourself as a musician?
I don't know. I just I enjoyed hanging out with. It was good to make some new friends. Right. I really lumped in with them for the 5 days that we did the Tom Petty show, but I'd only knew Joel before then, and he recorded my second album.
Right.
And I hadn't met any of the others, but I got on so well with all of them, and they're all really, really great in different ways. And so, it's good. It's good.
Now you got a song on the album called "Man of Action." It's got kind of a boxing ring announcer thing, and it's very punky. Tell me what happened there.
Ladies and gentlemen, weighing in at 325 pounds. He is incredible. He is dogmatic. He is systematic. All the way from Christchurch, New Zealand, Adam Hattaway.
Don't you know I'm a man of action? That's a bit of a weird outlier on the album. So that when the records arrive, which is any day now, that's gonna open side 2, which I think is a nice kind of, intro to that. And that was Liam who plays in our band. He just did that. I don't know why he did that, but but as soon as he recorded it, he was like, "You're gonna put that on the record, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah." And so he's very embarrassed about that. But Yeah, that song's just like coming from the perspective of someone who thinks they're so great, and he thinks they're being so inclusive and bringing everyone together and creating opportunities, but really he's just thinking of himself, and he's an arrogant prick who's talking in the name of equality or something like that. But really he's just like, deep down they just know that I'm the man.
Gotcha.
And it's like, tried to make it sound like a classic blues brag,
Right.
while still making that message obvious. But people probably hear it at face value and think that I'm an arrogant prick.
All righty. So if that's the first track on side 2, the last track on side 1 will be Imagination, which is much mellower vibe. And it sounds like there's a trumpet in there or some kind of synthy, fluty thing. What's happening?
Good question. What is it? I can't believe, when we did that, I was like, man, as a teenager, I would have hated 28-year-old Adam for putting flutes and trumpet on a soft 70s sounding reggae track.
Right.
But I don't know. I just like it. I think because the album most of the way is a pretty rockin' party, that the most mellow song needed to finish side 1.
Yeah, and obviously you're thinking in terms of side 1, side 2, vinyl when you're making the record and all that. So are you an old soul?
Yeah, man. I'm as old as time.
I'm glad. And you got 2 versions. So the album opens with a song called Salt and closes with Salt Part 2. Does that make it a concept record?
I guess it could be in that sense, because I know that there's a few albums that do that, and I always wanted to do that.
Right.
Scary Monsters, David Bowie.
Right.
Finishes with It's No Game, which I thought was pretty cool. And I ever thought, if we don't have quite enough songs, we'll just do a second version of another one.
Very cool. So are you still on the road? Are you still doing more gigs, or are you?
Yeah, we were in Auckland for so long, and then we only actually did the first show there.
Right.
So the end of my Auckland time was finished with the first gig of my tour.
The one solar gig, yeah.
Yeah, and so we've got another 10 shows, and it's just every weekend for the next few weekends. This weekend we're playing at Le Bons Bay in Banks Peninsula, and then the next weekend we're going down south and going to Invercargill, Oamaru, and Ophir. So
have you taken the show overseas yet? Have you played it?
For the first time, we're going to Melbourne. This month for 5 shows around Melbourne and a little outside of. So that'll be fun.
It'll be interesting. Cool. Yeah, because I went to this Americana Fest thing in Nashville about a month ago, and I thought it'd be great to have they have an Australian night there for Americana Fest in Nashville. I thought we could blow them away with a Kiwi night.
Yeah, man. What's it called?
Americana Fest.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
And Tammy Nielsen played there this year, but I think we should just get everybody to come over and just invade the U.S. They won't know what hit them.
Yeah, I know, right? There's a lot of bands from here that would do
very well. Yep. So you're thinking long term? Are you thinking about the number 6 album yet, or what?
Yeah, that's all recorded.
Is it? Oh man, You're out of control.
And we're doing number 7, and we're recording number 7 in March. But then we're going to stop for 2 years. So enjoy it while it lasts.
I was going to say, you're going to give Troy Kingy a run for his money.
Oh, yeah. I think, it's a race to the finish line.
You're going to retire when you're 30?
Yeah.
Yeah, good idea. Let me tell you.
Bask in the fruits of my labor and but I'm going to fill a bath full of money and jump into it and eat raw oysters in the bath full of money.
I like the good plan. Excellent. It seems reasonable too. Yeah. All righty. Very good. Well, thanks a lot. Hopefully all these shows go well that you got coming up, and I can't wait to hear number 6 and 7.
Yeah. Hey, always good to see you, Marty.
You too. Have fun.
Thanks, man. See you later.
Bye-bye.